What's up, guys? This is the ADBA breakdown, and we are doing game 2 today of the grand finals and the UPA World Championships. Now, guys, I haven't posted any videos for the past couple of days due to the fact that I was taking care of some work business, but also just in general, just making sure the family's all right and just checking in on them. So, again, do apologize if I'm kind of late with this, or pretty much all the UPA hype is down. But otherwise than that, we have a breakdown for us. We got game 2. And our last breakdown, as I said, you see a lot of things from Liquid ProAm, especially how they played, especially going into game 1, beating out Freaky in the Xbox Finals, and now facing off against the PS5 team and GNA, and where they basically played hellish well, like very well in terms of Johnny Red. Johnny Red was scoring, defense with Peroxide and Zay. Even the center Dietrich was playing really good, and Spam, even though he had an off game in terms of shooting, was still finding his players and still there on the defensive end as well. That's kind of leading into somewhat of a blowout for Liquid ProAm. And GNA, they basically had to rebound from this. Again, you're down 1-0. Out of a best of 3 series for the money. 30K on the line, as I said, is a big game. Gotta do anything in your power to pretty much win the game. So this is game 2 of the breakdown. I'm going to be doing the breakdown right now, and basically let's review all the plays that happened with a full game breakdown. Game 2, it is what we posted on Twitter. Hopefully everybody, pretty much react and watch. It takes a lot of effort to pretty much get everything done and also make it into a YouTube video, so I do highly appreciate everybody that comes onto the Twitter, says what they need to say, and also just reacts to the video and just actually take the time to look at the film. You feel me? And that's all it is. Again, this is not bashing the players. This is the ADBA breakdown. This is where we literally break down games, full games of every player, see what went wrong, see if they, did something right. Is there any change of the game that kind of affected the game? Why this team won? Why this team lost? Again, we're going to be breaking it all down right now. So let's get started. All right. So first thing on the agenda, let me see if my audio, because the last time I did this, the audio was bad. I'm talking about like bad in terms of the music audio. So we're going to keep the music audio as low as possible. And we're going to get started with the game now. Alright, cool. Alright, so GNA versus Liquid ProAm. Let's get it started. Again, same lineup. Merc, 347, Vassetti. We got Splash and we got 50. Pretty much, not Splash. Trust and 50 right here for their 5. And then obviously the 5 for Liquid ProAm. Spam, Johnny, Zay, Peroxide, and Dietrich. Or 203 is their lineup as usual, per usual. So again, this is a different outcome. Apparently, GNA won game 2. You're going to see why they won game 2 just in a few minutes, and we'll see how things go. A couple of crossovers, that was a nice move right there by Spam. Let's just get into the mix of it. So, again, starting off things, Vassetti on Spam. They elected 50 to go on Johnny, which I like the change, because at this point you don't want that same person killing. You might as well just start it off, put the lock on the player that basically killed you game 1. So smart. It was just a simple job by Spam. One-on-one move, basically fake like he was going right, went left, goes with a little hesitation move, gets the finish. Nothing to really pause at, nothing to really like look at right there. Good move by Vassetti. I think this is right. Yeah, this is Vassetti. All right, so Vassetti right here definitely makes a good move right here after the screen. I'm gonna put GNA for blue, and for Liquid ProAm. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do for GNA, I'll put him as red, right? And then for Liquid ProAm, I'll put blue. Okay, cool. All right, everybody get it. All right, cool. Screen set right here. Vassetti fights through, or Spam basically fights through the screen. So this is a great play by Spam, basically trying to stay attached. Even giving up that mid-range if possible. Again, this is more of a 3 and, you know, just a 3 and paint type of game, especially in 2K, especially in just in real life. That's the meta. Pretty much get wide open threes as much as possible, shoot, and pretty much get in the paint as much as possible as well. Mid-range is not really the game, so fights through with it. Center, after this switch, pretty much attacks Dietrich. So Rossetti gets to the little soft spot, possibly trying to look for the mid-range. Obviously, Dietrich does a great job following him. He's right on his tail, literally playing the best defense, or he can play the best defense as possible. But he kind of gives up because he feels as though Rossetti wouldn't go around this area, just due to the simple fact that Johnny Red is literally in the area and could possibly get the steal right here, especially running out of bounds. Nobody really plays the baseline or try to drive baseline as quick as possible. He gets through Dietrich. He waits for a second. He noticed that, hey, it's a wide open lane. I'm taking it straight up. And Dietrich, again, with that little hesitation or not really following or not really trying to track down Rossetti, gets beat right there off the pick and roll, and then Rossetti gets the bucket. Spam looking a little bit more aggressive this game, especially like the way dribbling goes. They're not really putting the ball through Johnny as of yet. Like, it's mostly through Spam. Yep. That was a good leaner 3 by Spam. So great defensive possession for GNA until that happened. And we're going to just see right here what's the real reason of that happening. So Spam stops for a second. Okay, when I'm seeing this after the screen, because he pretty much, at this point, he pretty much rejects the screen. He pretty much goes his separate ways, right? So, obviously the screen is set. The defender, which I believe is Rossetti, is getting caught up on the screen by Dietrich, right? Right here was a shot possibly for Spam, right? Had a wide open shot. Depending on if Trust comes out, if Merck comes out, it depends. There's a lot of options right here, especially on the defensive side, but also a wide open shot for Spam if he takes it. But luckily Rossetti resets, so that's, again, game time. I do understand. And I'm just looking at this whole thing. Forced to give up the ball, fake pass, or pretty much a jump pass to Spam. Kicks it out to the corner. Gives it right back out to Spam. Now Spam at this point, great defense again from GNA. Everybody is on their assignment. Trust literally gets back into the play, literally stops the center from cutting down the lane. Claude is pretty much on the lock, pretty much does a good job not letting him drive in. 50 is doing a good job denying the pass and playing the passing lanes at this point, being in front of the ball and the, his matchup. And right now at this point it's only one-on-one play. It's pretty much Spam versus Rossetti. Spam takes a leaner 3, and again, this is a W on the defensive side if you somewhat contest the shot. But I know the highly skilled point guards of this league are just pre-draft, and even in NBA 2K League can make the shot with ease, and if you practice long enough you can get it. And Spam does just that. He goes right, Rossetti thinking he's going left, he pulls up for the 3, he hits it, and that's just a simple isolation move. Nothing you can really do right there besides from possibly jumping and getting the stop right there. Look at the strip right there from Spam. 347 drives up. Slip screen. So a little slip screen right here. Dietrich already on it. You can see like he's already paying attention to it. He knows what's coming. He pretty much gets back on his guy. Center try to reset, but it seems as though 347 ran straight in, thinking that he has a drive, but Spam does a good job basically reaching and basically play out there. He knows his assignment. He knows he had a pinch. He knows he had to help out for his teammate, which he does. Gets in front, gets the steal, gets the bump steal, or gets the poke steal. And it's pretty much off to the races at that point. Zay for 3. Can't get it to fall. Great possession, though. Still, great defensive possession and everything. This was just process right here for GNA. It's unfortunate Zay, because that was wide open. And he just unfortunately missed that shot. Yeah, this is just simple basketball right here. Don't want to give up the 3 if you're Liquid ProAm. So you just literally let them take their 2. Obviously, Johnny has to get on his guy. Zay is on the corner. Spam is already back to guard the other side corner. So, obvious play right here for GNA is hit the person that is cutting straight inside. That is exactly what 347 does right here. Gives it out to Merc. Everybody collapses, but by then it's already too late. Plus, Merc is pretty much a big power forward build. Does not help to try to block or steal a shot at all at that point. Great. See, and I think this is why a lot of people, and I personally, like, Merc has a corner big, has played phenomenal in the UPA, just in general, UPA games, all games as far as going into the bracket, he has played phenomenal, right? And this is the reason why. Now, after all the pressure that's coming up the court, screen is set. After a little few seconds or so, the slip happens, and now Dietrich has a lane. But since this is pretty much what I'm going to think it is going to be a triangle, because Merc automatically knew, like, hey, I got to get here. And plus, GNA throughout game 1 was also doubling off the pick and roll and trying to force the pass down or try to make the point guard make a decision on the initial action. So seeing this right here, you can see the center, everybody basically clumps up on Spam. Merc runs straight out to the center and pretty much gets in the way of possible steal. And Spam right here again can't really, he's getting pressured. Last game, he did a fantastic job just waiting out and just seeing what Merc is going to do. This time, he literally gets the ball stolen away from him as Merc gets the steal and causes the fast break. This is good defense from Johnny Red. That is unfortunate. This whole possession right here off the fast break was ugly. Yeah, that, I don't know what happened right there, but that whole fast break was ugly at that point. All right, so after the steal, Merc gets the steal, right? Your first, my first initial pass, right, with Merc getting the steal, is hitting this guy once Spam tries to go for the steal attempt. Like, it's on this guy, which is Frasetti, right? He gets stripped by Spam, picks it up. Merc tries to dot immediately or throws a panic pass. I believe this is a panic pass mostly because of the simple fact he's 50 is cutting straight down the paint, and it's more of, hey, I'm just doing this so I can get a lob thrown to me or pretty much just hit me on the cut type of pass. Somebody got to be crossing down the lane, and 50 decided to go down the lane, and Johnny Red makes the right decision, plays it perfectly. Now, the pass, definitely if you Merc, you hitting this corner. Again, I understand, pressure pass, want to give up the ball quickly because you already know you're about to get stripped, and throws the ball to Johnny. Johnny almost gets the steal. Now, Trust didn't expect to get this ball, didn't expect to like really go up. He does pump fake, so that means he pretty much had the idea, but he already knew everybody was chasing after him. And then at this point, GNA is all around the place. And again, it's a fast break, I understand, but it was just that little stop right there from Spam did a lot. But not only that, and a foul again. Spam does a great job on that whole entire defensive possession. But in terms of just basically getting a fast break point, if I'm Merc, I'm giving up the ball immediately as soon as I cross half court. I'm not even trying to think about bringing the ball up when there's no open lane, no nothing going on. So, right, you can see a little bit more trust in Versetti running the offense, especially he had a solid game last game. He misses that one though. That was just simple. So right here, Vercetti comes off the screen. Great contest right here from Zay, 25%. It's not the best, but at least you'll take something out of the coverage, right? You'll take something out of the contest coverage that you got. And especially with NBA 2K21, any contest, as long as it's over 20%, it's most likely either an okay contest, a solid contest, or a good contest. And you'll just take whatever you can get. So Vercetti shoots the three, he bricks, even though it's wide open. And at this point, you have many options right here if you Johnny Red. And I'm not going to really sit here and just basically talk about details. It's a 4-on-2 break. Vercetti and 347 is the only one back. At this point, you have multiple options to either drive into the lane, give it out to Peroxide for the three, probably for the corner three, or give it out for him to the cut. Either which way, Johnny said, I'm going to take this by myself, drive in, and finish. Like the pressure from Spam, gets back on this guy. Good defense from Dietrich. Look at Zay. Hey, this is a good defensive possession right now for Liquid. Until that happened. Okay. All right. So that proved it right there. That play definitely showed a lot right there. All right, cool. So drive. Pretty much fake the screen. So this was just a straight up run in action right here from 347. He literally catches Zay off guard, hesitates, drives in, thinks he has a layup. Great contest right here from Dietrich. Literally stays in front of the ball handler, one, but also is in between him and the ball handler while Zay is trying to recover and help him. He's literally in between the roller and the ball handler himself. So blocks the shot. Great job on that. Kind of unfortunate that they did not get the ball here, or not get a turnover, or GNA didn't get a turnover. Cloud somehow finds a way to get the ball back. Vercetti trying to create some offense. He drives in. This is great defense to stop the drive right here by Peroxide. And again, everything is clustered up. You can see from GNA's side. Claude is trying to get back out. Trust is trying to roll. Vercetti's trying to drive straight in. And at this point, Merc is just sitting there in the corner. So it's four guys on one side of the court. Obviously, you don't want that happening. So right now, they try to reset it. Merc was open for a little bit. Had a little slither of hope of openness right here against Peroxide. Peroxide does the right thing and jumps. Make sure that he prevents Merc from taking that shot. And not only that, with the animation, gets back on defense and plays that perfectly. Now right here, Vercetti gets the ball right after Merc has no choice but to cough it up, right? And at this point, seeming like it's an off screen, you can pretty much call this like a little brush off ball screen right here by Trust. Trust decides to dive straight in off the cut, off this little brush screen after the wrap happens with 347, or not for 347, with Vercetti. Vercetti sees it all the way, makes the pass. Great pass right there by Vercetti, and just a great slip right there from Trust. Foul right there by Vercetti. Spam pass. Great pass right there from Spam. I honestly think that with Spam, he honestly had enough of pretty much this triangle defense that they're trying to play. And you can tell. You can honestly tell. Like, after this play, after they get the reset and everything going, Dietrich comes down. Here comes the screen, right? And pretty much, even though the screen didn't connect, it's still a slip screen at this point. Trust is trying to chase at this point. He completely is committed to doubling Spam, right? So both players are pretty much committed to doubling Spam. The slip happens with him and Dietrich, Spam and Dietrich. And now, again, Merc is going to do his job to prevent that and basically force Spam to make a decision whether to pass in the paint or pass in the corner. And Spam, knowing what happened the first time, isn't going to make the same mistake again. Passes out to the corner, completely dots up Peroxide. Peroxide knows what's about to happen, pulls up for the 3, and greens it, no problem. And again, guys, that was just an example. That's literally an example of like seeing things from the first time and reacting to it the second time and making a better play out of it. And again, you could tell like Spam definitely like took the time to notice and and I mean, it's an easy adjustment once they keep on doing it over time and time again, where you're getting doubled and literally you have to force the ball some way or on the same side, or try to convince the weak side defender to pretty much guard against the center inside. It eventually is going to happen to where the point guard is going to find that corner man, and that is exactly what he did right there. All right, bringing up the ball, Versetti gives it out to Trust. Trust is going to reset now with 3-4-7. All right. Handoff screen. Screen is set. Great defense right there from Zay, but nobody guards the corner. Holy crap. I don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened. Liquid ProAm, I don't know. That was weird. So the handoff happens, right? We're gonna go back here to the play. Handoff happens. I'm gonna call this a screen regardless because it's a handoff screen pretty much at this point. Screen is set. Again, after the reset off the handoff. 3-4-7 takes the screen, goes around. You can see Dietrich literally play up on 3-4-7, and now Spam is caught in the screen with Trust. So now Spam has to help out and try to basically catch up. It's either he catches up right here and gets to 3-4-7, or Dietrich gets back, or Spam has to follow Trust and Dietrich has to guard 3-4-7. Now, one of the things that I really like that I saw right here is Zay, knowing that the ball is completely away, is bumping the center off course at this time. And yes, this gives a possibility of a wide open pass to the hash. That is true. But at this point, the further distance it is to make that play is very likely. And by the time the pass does get to Versetti, Zay probably can get right there and make a play, regardless if he's right here making a stand trying to bump the center, right? So Zay bumps the center, the wrap happens, right? And I'm guessing this is what they wanted to do right here. And again, this is not me pretty much like saying like, hey, somebody did something wrong. This is what I'm just guessing. And again, I could be wrong. Let's see. I think Zay was gonna take Trust down the paint. Spam was gonna take the hash, which is Versetti, who was coming off the wrap, and try to run back there. Dietrich is literally going to guard out and just gets the switch going on. And Johnny was supposed to stand right here in the corner and just wait it out and just see how things go. Now, I understand, strong side defender, you have to help out. So Johnny helps out, kind of doesn't help out in the right amount of time, or doesn't really need it to help out in that situation. And not only this too, after they left, right, 3-4-7 had a wide open jump shot, or a wide open 3 right here. If he would have been patient, fake pass and everything, right? But again, another opportunity arrives for himself. 3-4-7 throws the dot pass straight out to 50. Johnny Red caught deep into the paint. As you can see, he's right here. Dietrich is already back, like on the play. Dietrich is already back on the play, right? And pretty much everybody is scrambling now. Zay is trying to scramble back. Spam is trying to seize that Versetti is pretty much about to fly open. And pretty much everybody else, like as I said, Johnny Red is in the paint. Dietrich is right here. It just leaves a wide open corner, which 50 hits the 3. And again, things like that is more just trusting that your center can get back there in time. And that's all that really was on that play. Johnny Red just got to trust that Dietrich can get there in time for that play. Right here is just a simple crab. I got me a 3 easily. And again, this is on the fault of Versetti getting beat easily coming up court. Plays too aggressive. Spam flies right by him. Got him in a position where he can pretty much get the crab. He shoots the 3. Truss was expecting the pass to definitely go inside to Dietrich, which ends up not being the case. Spam shoots the 3 and he hits it. You can see in this game, Spam coming out firing, coming out making plays. He only had 1 turnover so far in the game, or so far in this first quarter. And mostly this is like a total effort right here from the side of GNA. Like, they are playing really well as far as the total effort goes. Right there, that was the first points for 347. He got it the most toughest way possible. All right, so we're going to take the screen right here. The screen happens. 347 takes it and drives around. Spam does a great job basically showing and going, right? I'm going to show and try to get back to my guy, but also I'm going to be in the vicinity just in case. Try to go for the steal, try to get back, right? You try to go for the steal. Can't get it to go. And at this point, after not really getting the steal or not really stepping in front, and after the screen, Zay is trying to catch back up, as you can see here. And now Dietrich is trying to follow and try to contain it. He gets burned again, just like the same sequence with Versetti with the first play of the game. Literally, Versetti burned Dietrich. This is the same thing that happens. And this time, on 347, instead of getting blocked, going straight up to the lane, he gets a animation dunk, finishes right over 3 Liquid ProAm players. After this sequence, it was like a very quick inbound right here. So after this dunk right here from 347, pretty much after the quick inbound, Zay automatically hits Johnny. And the only thing I can think of why this play happened was the simple fact that Truss could not get back in time. The only person that can really get back in time to help out was Versetti. And by the time the pass get out there, and I'm pretty sure they was not expecting this pass to even get out there in the first place. Pass go out to Johnny. Johnny's left wide open for the 3 and he hits. And again, I don't think it's anybody's problem on that play. It was more just having to get back in time. Because at that point of time, like literally after the bucket, it was a quick inbound. And the only person that could really stop that play was Versetti, but he didn't expect that pass to literally go through half court the way it did. And Johnny shot that 3. Great play right there. Great heads up play from Zay, mostly hitting Johnny for the wide open 3. 3-point game. Great defense from Merck. Great defense from Merck. Let's see if they finish it off here. No, they're going to get fouled. Great. Again, Merck is showing why he deserves to be in the 2K League. Definitely. And it's probably going to be his role. But this man pays attention to detail easily. And this time he's the strong side defender, right? So, screen is set. Actually, the screen is not set. That is a slip screen if I've seen one. So, slip screen right here from Dietrich. And pretty much at this point, pass is either going, and I don't know what it's probably going to be as far as who makes the play right here. But obviously, Merck, strong side defender, he's going to have to do something right here to pretty much defend this, right? So, Merck is here. He gets in front of the alley-oop lob opportunity, which Dietrich definitely has, but Merck says, nah, I'm stopping it right here. Gets in front of it, gets the steal. And at this point, trying to just basically wait and find somebody. And with that foul, I think he'd send him to the free throw line, which it did. and he makes one. Still a good play right there. Still a good defensive play, and you got your team 1 point, regardless of what happens. Another foul. I don't know what. Okay, I don't see this one. I can't give no excuses. I don't know what happened here. That was terrible. That was horrible by 50. I don't know what 50 was doing. Now your assignment, as you can see right here, for 50, your assignment is Johnny. Johnny's hiding behind Merc, right? Spam is coming out. Versetti is on Spam. Merc is on Peroxide. That's just how it is, right? 50, instead of basically going out and chasing Johnny, instead try to run out to Peroxide, and I'm guessing he think that Peroxide was going to be open, when in all actuality he just needs to stay back on his guy and try to prevent that 3 from happening. He gets bumped. Johnny Red is wide open for the 3. And it's glaring wide open. I mean, like, look at the distance between him and 50. Shoots the 3 and he hits it. And again, that's 2 threes for the person that just got hot in the first game. Two-for-one opportunity for GNA. Couple of screens right here. A lot of screens being thrown around. 50 have to force that one up. Great offensive rebound. Great finish. And again, as I said, nothing kills the mood more. Especially playing great defense throughout this whole possession. Because this is where the play pretty much starts, around the 11-second mark, right? Pass goes off to the hash after the failed pick and roll attempt. Versetti now has to make a play, try to make a play, trust with the screen, sets it down for Versetti, right? Versetti takes it, and you can see Spam pretty much get over the screen and is ready to defend. Now Dietrich is also now on trust. There's no wide open lane, there's nothing there. Johnny plays it, and I'm gonna guess that this plays the hand of Versetti. Seeing that Johnny plays this, gets back out to 50, kicks the ball out. 50 has to put up a shot with 2.4 seconds to go. And again, this shot is 47% covered. Great defense from ProAm. Now, here's the thing. When we get into the paint, and since Dietrich got beat off that little slip, and the only people that can really help out is Peroxide, and Peroxide boxed out Merc, Trust gets the rebound, finds Merc easily inside for the dunk, and he gets the finish. And again, all right, back into the things. 19-16, 21.9 left to go, and people. Oh wait, let's do. There we go. All right, we good. All right, getting back into things. Sorry for that. 19-16, 16 seconds left to go. And again, ProAm playing good offense. GNA also catching up on the offensive things. They're not being down by so much. Just playing basic basketball at this point. Right here was just, again, another second effort. Again, the last possession for GNA, they had a second chance opportunity, which led into a free basket by Merc. And in this possession, the same thing. So we're going to play it again and get to the spot. So 50 does a great job bumping. But again, this is an opportunity just to waste time, to get the best shot, get the last shot of the quarter. So you can see right here off the screen, and ProAm loves to run this a lot, where guy wraps around. The screen is set in around the middle area, and Spam cuts the opposite way, and thus creating a pick and roll / off ball screen for the wrap, which is the case right here. Spam gets the ball, Versetti takes the screen or takes the wrap. 50 stays on Johnny, but here comes the action once again. So the screen is set again by Dietrich, Johnny comes around and pretty much is now waiting for the ball, which he does. And it's a good set screen. You can see the screen is set right here. 50 is completely caught. Only person that can really get to this at this point, as far as for GNA, is Trust and Versetti. And that's exactly what they do here. Trust jumps, gets there. Versetti jumps, gets there, and makes a 74% contested shot right there. Made by for Johnny Red, who obviously was wide open at the point. Makes a good attempt to jump, guesses where the shot is going to be, and basically forces the miss. But now everybody has to hustle to get back and rebound since the center is out the paint. And the only person that can really make a big play out of this is Merck. And what Merck needs to do right here is definitely box out the middle. Try his best to box out the middle as best as he can. He tries to find the body, he cannot get there. Dietrich gets in front of him, gets the board, and after this, with only let's go right here, 2.8 left to go, Spam is left wide open. Merck jumps a little bit too late instead of waiting out. Jumps too late after the initial catch. Spam is free. He is open at this point. Only person that can really get there at this point is probably 347 if he jumps or runs and jumps very quickly. But by then, it's already too late. It's a wide open three for Spam. He hits it, and that's the end of the quarter just like that. Again, offensive rebounds, especially playing great defense, it's always going to kill momentum or just kills the confidence of a team, and that just shows it right there. Let me just make sure the audio is good for you guys. It's 1%. We should be good. I'll bring it down to at least 45. All right, we should be good. All right, yeah. So 347, second quarter, 22-16. And GNA basically playing good offense is just they gotta hang in there with their defense. They gotta get stops. You can see another example of the offense. 347 takes the screen, being guarded by Zay. Loops around right here. Zay gets bumped. This forces Dietrich to pretty much jump in front and try to guard the switch. I don't know if Zay was doing the same thing as far as guarding the switch, but this leads Trust to basically get a slip easily inside the lane. Zay actually goes forward and jumps. This is just giving literally Dietrich not enough time to pretty much recover whatsoever, and that's exactly what happened. And then Johnny and Dietrich basically had to go and try to make the play right there. Trust just has a free lane to the dunk, and he gets it. Spam got his takeover badge. And this is big. 50. Great job staying in front. Bad job fouling. That was possibly. Oh, there you go. Slightly late. Another offensive rebound. Another three. Another green. Just like that. As I said, man, worst decisions, or not the worst decision, the worst feeling is literally playing defense, and then the ball literally gets rebounded, offensive rebound. You're left scrambling, trying to find who's wide open for a shot, and the person just hits a three. So off this play here, just to set it up, Johnny sets a screen to pretty much switch 50 on Versetti, right? What ends up happening is both players chase after Spam to prevent the takeover three from happening, which is the smart idea. 50 runs back, I believe, or tries to run back, or doesn't know whether he should run back or not, because at this point he's pretty much in the middle. Spam shoots the three. And yes, even though it's 8% covered, he still bricks it. It was slightly late, but it's 8% covered, right? He shoots it, he bricks, but an offensive rebound again from Dietrich once again. And at the start of this play, Dietrich gets in front and boxes out Truss. All Truss had to do was basically be in this circle. Be in this, behind the circle, find the body, gets the box out. Instead, let Dietrich gets in front of him. Dietrich gets the rebound, sees a wide open Zay, and it's wide open for a three, just like that. And again, offensive rebounds kills that confidence easily. Span had a lot of opportunities right there on that play too. Again, that takeover three possibly could have been hit. But also too, that pass to Johnny Red would not be a bad idea either. Especially convincing off the takeover. Rossetti trying to create a basket, which he does. That was a great move. That was just pure isolation against the weaker guard, or just the weaker defending guard, right? And I'm not saying Spam, obviously I'm not saying Spam is the weaker guard here in terms of defense or how he plays defense or whatever. It's just that, you know, the offensive threat or the offensive threat that doesn't really have defense or doesn't really have much of defensive attributes, right, or defensive badges, is not going to be guarding the secondary hash that easily, you know. And obviously they're taking advantage of that. Rossetti basically makes his move after the screen. You can see Spam having a hard time basically staying in front after like literally two crossovers. One literally catch him off guard, another one catches him off guard, or just off of animation alone, not him, but just off of animation alone. And look at the separation that Rossetti creates after this little move. He has enough to shoot the three. It's wide open. Is at pretty much the logo. He hits it, and it's no problem. Great move by Rossetti. .50 playing angles. There goes Spam. Spam basically hit him with the same move. Spam get it right back. Pass to Dietrich. Dietrich for the reset. Yep. Gives it back. Same move. Same move. He literally went to the right, took a step back, or pretty much tried to get around the mid area. Instead, quick stops at the three, has takeover. So him basically having that takeover and then Rossetti being behind him, it was wide open and he hits it with no problem. Great shot right there by Spam. Looking at this play right here, no setup, no nothing. This is just a play made by 347. Literally made by 347. Zay is behind. Center picks up. Dietrich thinking, hey, the pass is going inside. Peroxide helps out just a little bit. And this causes 347 to pretty much fade around the mid-range area. So, again, 347 fading around the mid-range area, seeing that Dietrich is following Truss, has Truss slips and cuts inside. This forces help. Johnny basically goes up for a little contest, but the contest ends up taking him into animation, which leaves the wide open man in the corner, which is 50. And 347 does a great jump pass, gives it out to 50. 50 hits the three. And that was just a play just purely made off of just deception about just making a mid-range jump shot. Johnny was just there. It's unfortunate that he got into animation, but it is what it is. Great defense off the wrap. Johnny has to make a play. Great defense. That whole possession was great for GNA in terms of the defense. Like, it was beautiful. Spam completely gets him off guard right here with the behind the back crossover, or between the legs crossover, right? He drives in. This is pretty much like a little brush screen just in case, which ends up happening. Spam tries to go behind his back to go in a change of direction, get a quick change of direction, and get straight into the lane. Pretty much can't get in front. 50 gets back in his spot, right? So 50 gets right here back in the spot and prevents that quick lane or quick drive as he goes for the steal. He misses it. Right here for the side of things, Dietrich is going to come down and they're going to run this little wrap slash pick and roll play, which Johnny gets free, which they do, and 50 does a great job still staying in front of Spam. And now also want to point out that Trust does a good job recovering, going into the paint and waiting out for the pop. Now the screen is set again. Spam rejects the screen, give it out to Dietrich. Dietrich again is going to try to give it out to somebody, which is Johnny Red. Now the reset happens, and again with 6 seconds left on the clock, Johnny has to force up something or make a play. Instead of Johnny going out to the left side, basically making more space, he goes out to the right and try to create something off the pick and roll, which he does. Dietrich basically pops. Versetti comes back. 50 gets in front right here. And again, this is going to be a hard play to make because the strong side, which Johnny is at this point, is literally occupied by 1-2 people, and it's pretty much 2 defenders around that lane. So you're pretty much crowded by a sea of green jerseys right here if you're Johnny Red. And 50 makes a decision. Trust has to now either guard on Spam or stay in front of Johnny Red. 50 is basically occupying some time, which he does with 2 seconds left to go. Even though the pass goes to Spam, and yes, this is the wide open mid-range, this is pretty much a shot that you want to live with, if anything. And again, you didn't give up no threes, no easy buckets or anything. This is a force of a mill shot. This is a rush shot by Spam. He bricks it, even though it's slightly late 2%, and it's a fast break going to the other end. 50 goes up for the layup. He bricks it. Versetti walks back out. Possibly had a 3 right there too. Even though 50 takes a hard drive against Johnny, and this was kind of the smart decision. Peroxide was in the vicinity, right? And this could have been an alley-oop, it could have been a pass back, either which way. Many options that could have happened right here. 50 does makes the right decision, right? Versetti gets the board. And at this point, if I'm Versetti, right? Because it seems as though as soon as Johnny stops, I'm pulling this 3 again. Or throwing the lob to Trust. Again, he gets fouled, right? I had multiple options. If he was very confident to pull this without feeling as though Johnny was going to rush up to him, he possibly could have pulled this 3. Or possibly could have hit the cutter right here for Trust. Again, game time action. I do understand, as I said, I do understand why these decisions was not made in fast action. That was a good foul by Liquid ProAm. Better defense from GNA though, definitely. I see they was thinking about running that little hash cut with Versetti or 347. Offensive rebound. It's a second opportunity now. Good move by Versetti. Great move by Versetti. He bricks it though. That's so tough. Completely gets the lock off guard too. Alright, so after this move, 347 basically gets a little brush screen. Spam gets back. Sets another screen again. And even though Trust doesn't really connect with the screen, Spam stays in front. 347 completely gets an ankle break animation, right? Makes Spam falls back. And this is just pure isolation work at this point. Even though it's just a simple crossover that gets Spam off guard. 347 is left wide open to shoot. He bricks it, but an offensive rebound here by Trust. And again, Peroxide has to figure out some way how to box this man out. He tries to. He doesn't get a body on anybody. As far as getting a box out, he doesn't really get a body on anybody. He tries to jump and try to at least tip up the ball. Can't get it to go. Trust gets the offensive rebound, and 347 now has to create. Screen set again, right? And I'm guessing what's going to happen here is 347 is going to try to drive inside to the lane after the screen is set by Trust and completely getting a body right here by Spam. Instead, he takes the screen instead of driving on the baseline, and now he is met with Zay. Peroxide is going to step up just a little bit just to help out and recover. Zay gets back now, and now with 3.2, no, not even 3.1, 2.9 seconds left to go. Said he creates a move, does a great job hesitating on the step back. Again, only has 1 second. Gets a wide open mid-range by time is 0.5. Shoots up the shot, and it's wide open too. So this is a acceptable shot. And again, even though he gets this animation, this is what you do, especially late shot clock. You try your best to squeeze out as much time as possible and create the best shot for yourself, or just find another teammate. It's either one of the two. Gotta get something up. Trust is in the vicinity to get the offensive board, but again, Liquid ProAm completely occupies the paint right there. Great job by Johnny and Peroxide just for doing that. And they're gonna foul, just prevent any fast breaks from happening. Spam this game, playing well, 14 points, playing really good. This was just complete and utter just speed against big type of timing. And once this drive happened, 50 pretty much is getting bumped by his own teammate. He cannot get through, right? He's trying to get through against Spam, but Merc is in his way. And obviously at this point, Merc has to accept the fact, hey, I gotta go against Spam. And obviously Spam uses his speed. He gets around the bigger defender with ease. I'm talking about with ease. Like, he literally blows by Merc. Gets a free dunk with no problem. Great play design. Or if it wasn't a play design at itself, still just a great idea of an inbounds play right there. Especially making that center, making that power forward have to commit into guarding you. Three for 7. Little slip screen. Great pass. Trust is there. Yep. At first, he didn't believe it. You can tell. Like, at first, that slip, when that slip entered, he didn't believe it. Screen set, slip. It took him a while to hit his pass on stride, but once he did and made that pass, and almost was stolen too, again, by Dietrich, you could tell. Once that slip happened by Trust, right? 347 hesitates for a little bit. That could have been stolen. Trust is pretty much playing angles on it. Doesn't get the right animation. Oh, he doesn't even hit X right there to at least get the steal. Doesn't even time it correctly. Tries to get it, and Trust just resets and goes up for the dunk. (30-26). And again, another play showing different options at this point. Runs the same play again, where Johnny pretty much comes from the hash, wraps around, and here comes the screen now as they're trying to set it off. And since Spam basically cuts in front of 50 right after this play, and everybody pretty much stay at their certain spots, Trust, who sees the play about to happen, literally dives in front to stop a drive from Spam from going on, which is the smart idea, right? Now, this is all it is up to, right? Rossetti is catching up to Johnny. 50 is catching up to Spam. It's either one or two options that happens right here. It's either, right? It's either that 50 gets back in time and Trust runs back immediately. And if you're Trust, you're putting immediate faith in 50 to pretty much get in front of Spam and prevent any crab going on or anything. Or two is either Merc comes inside, waits for Trust to get there, right? And since there's no action pretty much on that left side, it's going to be hard to pretty much rotate. So it's either Merc basically gets in front of Trust, right? Versetti has to run out immediately. It's either Versetti runs out to Johnny and Trust has to run out immediately to the corner, or just immediately get there to the paint so that way Merc pretty much helps out just a little bit and prevents anything, and 50 gets back on the play. Either which way, none of this happens. Trust ends up having to try to make a play right here, being the trailing defender on the center, and all Spam had to do is just throw it up. Again, Merc wants to basically help out, but also wants to be in the vicinity for the steal, so it's pretty much a show and go. This gives a wide open alley-oop straight to Dietrich. And again, Claude or 347 wasn't going to do anything on that play, especially his size, so couldn't really do much. It was a great opportunity for Merc to hit a 3. And also 347 possibly. And that's what exactly what, okay, let's see what happens. So same thing happens here pretty much, but this time on their side for GNA, this screen is set by Versetti, right? And it's going to be a wrap cut as well. So the screen again set. And this gives 347 a wide open shot, a possible wide open shot right here on the right wing. Now what Peroxide does is smart. He basically gets in the area, try to go for the steal. But once this jump pass hits, this gives Merc a wide open 3 at this point. And instead of just shooting the ball immediately, he pump fakes, not ready for the shot. It seems like he hesitates for a second, which he does. He dribbles, hesitates for a second, takes the shot. Instead of it being now a catch and shoot situation, he basically pulls up, fires. He bricks it slightly late, can't get the board. Trust gets it. There's going to be a timeout. Again, great shot. It's just that Merc has to be ready. You got to be an immediate fire and catch. And he dribbled just that one time, a little hesitant, little waiting on that shot. Pretty much didn't get to where he wants to go. Versetti right there almost gets the and one foul. Pretty much same play that happens here. A little brush screen. Little brush screen pretty much gets Versetti on the drive. Peroxide helps out. Trust gets there in time. They foul him completely. Make sure that he doesn't finish that play. And Versetti goes to the line for 2. Do apologize for that, guys. Had to look over something. Now checking out the free throws. 32-28, second quarter. Great pass. He bricks it though. Offensive rebound, gets it again. 2 for $1, gets the bucket. I know Peroxide was basically saying, hey, 2 for $1. And this is going to happen again. They relying on the triangle, relying on pretty much helping out. And GNA game plan was simple from the get-go, right? It's pretty much double as soon as this screen happens. The screen is set by Dietrich. 50 tries to get in front. Gets completely beat off the screen by Spam, which is not his fault. He's trying to make a play. The only person that is going to react is Merc at this point. Merc is trying to cut from the corner. This will leave pretty much Peroxide open. And Spam knows that Merc is going to be the only person coming, because at this point, who's going to stop Spam driving into the lane? It's definitely not going to be 347 with a offensive threat build. Trying to defend the paint. The only person that can really defend the paint is Merc. So Merc is going to be the only person that drives inside. And since 50 can't really catch up, the pass goes automatically to Peroxide, which is wide open for the 3. He bricks that one, right? But again, the trailing Dietrich gets the rebound. And here's what happened and why Dietrich gets this rebound. Trust is trying to get back off the pick and roll, right? But 50, and again, this is not intentional or anything. This is literally just how 2K works. You get bumped trying to run after and trying to at least jump for the rebound. And Dietrich gets enough space to at least get the board. Merc also doesn't commit once the shot is over. Like, he's literally, once his pass goes back out, Merc runs back and try to jump for the 3. At this point, if you're Merc, once that pass goes through, I'm just living with Peroxide shooting this 3. And not living in a sense where obviously you don't want Peroxide shooting this corner 3, but once the action's already set and you're already out of position, there's no way of basically recovering and getting any type of contest. You might as well just box out. And Peroxide shoots this 3. He bricks it. Merc tried to go for the rebound once again. Another mistake, as I said. Once he contested, and once that rebound happens, you just live with the center getting back. And now you have to get back to your guy. This leaves Peroxide once again wide open. Shoots the 3, and he hits it. And Peroxide talking. 35 to 26, 28. I don't know how Liquid. It seemed like the pace right now is all Liquid right now. Rossetti with a tough shot. This is great defense from Spam. As I said, Spam does a great job right here. Basically getting in front and making a play out of this. 1 second as I get back into things. Yeah, so Spam right off the little decks by Rossetti. Rossetti catches it. Spam, great recovery to get there on time. Rossetti drives in, but Spam gets in front. So Rossetti, thinking that he has the crab, pretty much not holding LT whatsoever either, thinking that he has the crab, trying to back up Spam, trying to get into the spot to shoot this mid-range, does not get in the spot at all. Spam, instead of going from behind and staying from behind, he fights his way, gets in front, get a great contest right there, 55 contest, and forces the shot and forces the miss. Dietrich brings it up. I don't know what happened here for GNA. Probably they was expecting that Dietrich stops, you know what I'm saying, just like stops right here and gives the ball out to either Johnny or waits for Spam to pretty much get the ball. But instead what happens here is he basically makes a crossover. This little move completely catches Trust off guard. And now Trust is trailing from behind, having to guard Dietrich. And Dietrich drives in. Obviously the forced pressure is not going to bother him. 347 tries to get in front and tries to possibly get a steal animation right here. Does not get it. Dietrich drives inside and gets the finish. Sloppy play right there from GNA in terms of defense. I got to see where this game literally goes on its head, because GNA at this point doesn't deserve to win, to be honest with you. That's a steal right there from Spam. I don't know how Liquid ProAm loses this game. They're down by 9. Great defense from Spam. Zay gets screened. They completely say accept the switch. You can tell. Zay gets on Trust. Dietrich gets on 347. And it's 2-for-1 opportunity right here. So obviously they're looking for a quick shot. Possibly get something good. If they do get a bucket, they will get the last possession of the quarter. 347. Try to play around with Dietrich. And at this point for 347, right? Once you get this switch, I'm not passing this ball. This ball is not being passed at all unless I know help is arriving and I can make this pass. What ends up happening, Spam try to go for the pinch, for the steal. He runs back in time. And right now, with a lot of options that's going on, right? You have 347 trying to drive against Dietrich. My fault. Wrong color. right? Try to run right in front of Dietrich. There's a wide open possible alley-oop right here for Trust. Zay is not really in the vicinity to get back in time. Zay tries to run back now. And now since 347 gave up his dribble or pretty much stopped dribbling, still have energy left, by the way. He can still make a play against Dietrich. He throws the pass, and it's a very errant pass to Spam. Spam sees it, gets the steal, runs out, gets the pass off to Dietrich for the finish. And again, they're up by 11, so I don't know how Liquid, especially with this momentum, lose this game. Pass out for Versetti. The slip by Trust. Possibly could have been a pass right there. There goes the alley-oop. There goes the alley-oop. Pass to Versetti. They create little slip screen. You can see right here. Trust slips as soon as this happens. No real pick and roll. Trust get in the spot, or pretty much that little lob threat spot. Dietrich is pretty much in no man's land, or pretty much in the middle, trying to prevent any angle pass being thrown inside the paint off the pick and roll. This is a throw, or a lob throw for Versetti. Trust gets hit for the lob pass, and he finishes. Pretty much on the fault. Pretty much people at fault on that play, really. As it seems, is just morally Dietrich basically having to get back, putting more trust, or just get back after the initial pick and roll pass. Because at this point, no pass is being thrown right here by Versetti, unless it's the alley-oop pass, which is the case. Johnny does try to help out off the strong side, but kind of helps out in a way where he's playing underneath and try to jump up for the pass instead of playing over the top, and at least just jumping, which he does. He jumps kind of late though, and Trust gets the finish. Again, more on Dietrich right there, preventing that lob. 39-30. Last and final shot too. Wasted too much time, but still got enough time to put up a dunk. And let's break it down. All right, so Spam, no screen set, literally makes this play by himself. Use a Curry slide, gets to the right, drives straight in. Trust now has to pretty much help out. And again, this could be triangle at this point, because what else can 347 could pretty much do is stop this play. Now triangle, again, this could happen where Trust accept. It's either two things. Trust can pretty much accept the screen, try to take on Spam, right? Gets in front. 50 can get on Dietrich, and 347 can just be in the area, try to go for the steal and prevent this play from happening, right? Or two, as I said, 347 accepts pretty much the opportunity of Spam driving in. 50 goes on the lock on this side, and or as I said, let me repeat this one more time, my fault. 307 goes on Spam, right? 50 goes on the popper. Center runs out to the corner. Instead, what happens is that the center tries to get in front of Spam, literally gets beat out. Spam drives straight in, gets the finish with 1.8 seconds to go, and not only that, gives them a double-digit lead with 1.9. Again, I'm still trying to figure out how Liquid ends up losing this game. Like, I'm just shocked. And then in the halftime, they trying to get everything started up. Third quarter, we finally made it to the third quarter. Great crossover, great lob. He bricks the lob. That's tough. Shoot. Yes, he does. Gets baited into shooting. Trusts another offensive rebound. 7 second. Versetti has to create a shot, which he does, slightly late. Again, offensive rebounds, killing. And we had like literally 3 attempts for a shot right here. Versetti being aggressive. Gets the crossover. Completely gets the ankle break. And again, against the weaker defender out of a ProAm group, out of the meta, right? Which is the point guard, the main ball handler. Literally is the weaker link in the defensive end. So obviously the help comes. The alley-oop lob is set and thrown. This is a wide open alley-oop lob after this crossover by Versetti because he's wide open. D-Trick comes down completely just to help out against Versetti, which is a smart idea, right? This gives the lob now to Trust. Trust is wide open for this lob. I don't know how he bricks it. It was wide open. That's just 2K. That all you can do is just pretty much throw your hands up in the air and just say what the fuck going on. Merc pretty much gets the rebound, and now, as I said, D-Trick is literally in that little area where he's not sure whether to pick up on Merc or not, or whether Peroxide is supposed to pick up. And again, this is a scramble. At this point, if I'm D-Trick, I'm playing it, which he does. He gets right in front of Merc, gets the contest, 46%, and Trust gets the rebound over Peroxide. Peroxide does a bad job basically getting in front. Trust gets the box out easily, picks it up, gets the board out now to Merc. And Merc resets now with Versetti with 9 seconds. Versetti now has to make a play, which he does. Drives straight in. Gets Spam on his back, shoots the mid-range. Even though slightly late, hits the mid-range with no problem. Great move by Spam. Spam has been the reason why they literally scoring as much points as they possibly can at this point. First game was Johnny. Second game is definitely Spam, right? Crossover. Drives through. No screen really needed. He basically does this and splits the defense easily. So behind the back, change directions. Literally gets the center off guard. Has a wide open lane, drives in, finishes the dunk easily. It makes it a 43-32 game. Zay trying to go for them steal attempts. Here comes the wrap. And this is just a simple play off the wrap. You take what you get. Versetti goes off the wrap. The screen is set. And not only does this screen the lock, this also prevents Spam from pretty much chasing Versetti, who's pretty much getting out to this side right here. Since the screen is set, D-Trick is trying to get in front of 347. 347 just blows right by him. Gets the finish. And again, you have to put faith in your center to pretty much get in front. Not much D-Trick can do right there. Pick and pop. And he lost his takeover too. That's crazy. This was a great play design. Good contest right here by Versetti. Simple pick and roll. Simple pick and pop. Right? Screen set. Center pops out. You can see right here, Spam potentially had another basket. Right? Obviously, you just want to give it out to the guy that actually has takeover. So I do understand why this pass was made and why the shot was taken. And again, with takeover, especially being a power forward build instead of actually being the main center build, which, I mean, he's playing center, but you know, he's a power forward, he can hit the shot. And pretty much with Span driving in, possibly could have drove in, went against 347 and possibly got a dunk right here, or a layup or something. He kicks it out to his popper, which is D-Trick. Is wide open. By the time he sets and shoots, Versetti gets a good slight contest right here. 31%. Still a hittable shot, especially with takeover. Peroxide try to get the rebound. Trust gets it. And they reset the offense. Spam gets in front of Rossetti. Great defense from Spam. Great defense from Spam. Rossetti taking the one-on-one. Try to create a shot. Gets a little semi-crab, but again, Spam playing angles or playing on the hip of Rossetti. Jumps and gets in his face. 26% covered. Great defense from Spam. And I like the idea of what GNA is doing, but Rossetti just got to be more patient and try to look for the better shot or just look for the better play. Because with about, I'm guessing, how much was that after the shot? 12 seconds. Still had enough time to make a play or do something. Rushes a shot, gets 26% contest. $43-34, man. I'm still looking for the reason why GNA made a comeback in this game. That should have been stolen. Screen. Great defense right there from Merck. And they fouled him immediately. Now, what I'm thinking what's happening here, right? And what GNA basically told Merck not to do is leave that corner, right? Unless it's absolutely necessary and people can rotate, right? At this point, this is the strong side. The screen is set. Since he's the strong side defender, he knows he has help. Pass goes right here, or pretty much Spam goes around the screen. Dietrich slips. Trust is following him. He tags. He's pretty much attached to him off the screen, which he does a great job right there. Great defense from Trust. And I'm guessing what Spam was hoping for was Merck to cut out right here. And again, this is why mind games is so important in ProAm. At the first play, pass literally was stolen by Merck, right? In the same instance, Merck gets the steal, right? Second opportunity, right? The pass goes straight to Peroxide, and he was wide open for a three. Even though he bricked it, he still made a corner three, right? Then now this third opportunity, Merck, again, these mind games are so crucial. Merck stays in the corner, and Spam is thinking, hey, well, since this guy is about to pop out right here, I can just dot this corner straight off. Merck stays, gets the steal, and completely fools Spam into throwing a turnover. And adjustments, as I said, defense and offensive wise, is so big, so huge. Rossetti trying to create his own shot, which he does again. That was a great walk back by Rossetti. He's literally keeping them in the game too with his offense production. 3-4-7, sets the screen. Zay doesn't get clipped by the screen. Gives it out to the pick and roll guy, which is Trust. Surprised this wasn't stolen, or at least like somewhat contested for a steal. Trust picks it back up. He resets with Rossetti. Rossetti drives and basically makes the handoff an actual screen, an actual pick and roll screen. Peroxide helps out, does a great job basically being in front, knowing the rotation is going to happen. The play is dead at that point, but since the walk back happened and Spam now has to hustle, and look how much space that Rossetti creates. Like, after this whole play is going, right? Rossetti, his right mind is just stepping back and getting out for the wide open three. Spam is completely away from the play. Rossetti shoots the three and he hits. Rossetti, the main reason why they staying on to the game right now. Great defense from 50. Great pass from Merck. Spam trying to get in front, trying to crab 50. Oh, it was wide open. So that my bad. 50. My bad, bro. You didn't deserve this one. You didn't deserve any credit. That was a wide open shot from Spam. He bricked it. Merc was just a great pass. That's just unfortunate that the shot didn't go through. It was a good shot. Rebound right there from Merc. Merc kicks it out, gives it out to Versetti. Versetti gets the dunk. And now this is pretty much a 4-point game. Maybe switching on Spam onto 347 was probably the better idea at that point of time. Because Versetti is still, even though Spam is doing, has been doing some great work in terms of stopping what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is still in a disadvantage. And I think 50 would be better suited in guarding Versetti at that point. I mean, not Versetti. Zay is better guarding, or Johnny Red is better guarding Versetti at that point. Spam gets the screen, goes around the screen and takes it. 50 is staying or trying to stay connected with Spam, which he does after the little move. But this little hesitation, this little tween cross gets 50 out of position with a little ankle breaker move or a quick first step move. Spam goes with the leaning mid-range, which he hits. There's only 1% covered and he gets the bucket. For Liquid ProAm is Spam. For GNA is pretty much Versetti getting the buckets. Versetti tried to dex. That's a wide open three. Slightly late. Completely misses this. This is wide open. And even after the play is over. Let's see. So you see from the initial action, they thinking it's going to be a wrap. And yes, I'm doing this. Has the transitions going. They think this is going to be pretty much a wrap with a pick and roll added onto it. So off ball screen wrap with pick and roll, right? Versetti decides to dex back and try to get the ball. He's come back, gets the ball, gets the opportunity, since 347 is now pretty much cannot dribble. He walks up, shoots the three. It's wide open, or 20% covered again. Still, in my opinion, with takeover, wide open, bricks it, and Johnny gets the board. Just a little slight contest. Bad shot by Spam. Gets a little separation. Cool. Get that little separation. Now, at this point, if you Spam, you got two options. Either you drive back left, or you hit the center going down the lane, right? And you don't waste time. Or you can hit Peroxide once Merc has no choice but to step up and not prevent that center or Dietrich going straight down to get the points, right? So after this crossover gets 347 leaning, you have two options after this play. You can't shoot, obviously. Dietrich or Truss is right here. Dietrich is going down the lane, or you can hit off Peroxide, or you can wait and see your options. I wanted to. He takes the three, he bricks it. Bad shot right there by Spam. Great pass. 347 waits. Pretty much drives around, and this is on decision on Zay. Now, Liquid ProAm does a great job getting back, right? There's three defenders already here. 1, 2, 3. And if you want to consider people that's around the half court, make it 4, right? So right now, this is a 4-on-4 break. Now, the problem is that Zay is caught in a situation, right? He has to guard either the corner guy or guard the hash guy with team takeover. And what I'm thinking is going to happen is, as I said, Zay goes for the takeover guy instead of going for the lock or going for that corner guy. Zay stays. Spam runs out to Versetti, right? Zay runs out to Versetti. So instead of, as I said, Zay basically going to the corner. He runs out to the hash, not knowing that Spam is already going there. So this is what's supposed to happen. Instead, Zay runs out, Spam runs out. This gives a wide open 3 to 50, who's wide open off the pass. Peroxide and everybody cannot recover in time. 50 hits the 3. All right, now I see where GNA making turns is 4 to 12, right? Defense turned into offense. Spam trying to work his way through the center. Yep, and he does exactly just that. Look at this move. Like, he knows he has the center switched onto him, so he just automatically takes it. Like, after the screen is set, this is all Spam, right? Accept the screen. Lock can't really chase. At this point, Dietrich trying to stay in front. Crosses over, steps back. This is a great move right here. Crossover, walks back, shoots the 3, and hits it. And Trust doing his best to stay in front. Great alley-oop lob off the pick and roll. Just a great alley-oop lob off the pick and roll. Pick set right here. Trust rolls inside the paint. This also gives 347 a free lane to the basket. Now, Dietrich has to play in between two. He has to play against 347 and the big that's coming through. And not only that, too, Zay has to catch up. Zay doesn't really do much. Doesn't catch back up. Neither does he get to the center's vicinity to at least make a play. And the dunk slash layup gets the and one, 48 to 44. All right, we're back. Let's try it one more time. Begin the third quarter, 1 minute and 24 seconds to go. We just saw the and one alley-oop right here from Trust. Does a great job getting that to fall, making it now a 3-point game. They starting to come back. Like, literally GNA playing solid defense so far. Spam has really been the only person that's really been a threat to GNA so far in this game. Look at it, Merc right there. Beautiful defense, yo. All right, so has this going. Spam try to make a play right here. This great defense on Trust, running out after the screen. Trust gets full body contact with Spam. Spam try to turn the corner. Well, here waiting for him is 347. This is generated off of the screen right here from Dietrich, where pretty much 50 is tagged on. So they're gonna switch. Trust completely takes him. The triangle happens. So now the center goes out to the lock. Is now point guard against point guard, and pretty much lock against the center. Come right here for the pop. They give it back to the center. Center resets now with Dietrich. Dietrich's basically resets now with Johnny Red. And you can see what they've been doing right here. Look at the action. 347 falls out on Spam. Center runs back to pretty much get back into the play. Rossetti is ready right there with Johnny Red. And 50 is now going to go over to Zay's side. Wait, is it 50 going on? No, it's 347. So what ends up happening, as I said, 347 climbs back to the corner. 50 goes off into the corner, or goes off to the hash to guard against Spam. And pretty much the center goes on Dietrich. Screen set right there. Great defense. And look what Merc does right here. Now, Merc obviously has no choice but to help out right here. Center is far way back. They doubling off the screen. Even though it's not even that way, has the screen is set right here. You can see. Screen is set. The roll guy, or pretty much the defender, comes off the screen, which is Rossetti. Goes underneath the screen. Gets clipped. and Merc has to pretty much play in between. It's either play the corner or play the center. He tried to play in between. He gets lucky. He really gets in the right spot, the right time, gets the angle, gets the steal, and it's a fast break going the other way. Great pass, 347 for the three. Slightly late, he hits it. Listen, again, fast break is just created in motion. We have 1, 2 right here already by half court. So the guards are already by half court. And at this point, the whole team is running. This is perfect fast break, textbook fast break from everybody. One person can go out to the corner. One person either runs up or stays right here. Ball handler is in the middle. Somebody's going to be on the side right here, and somebody is going to the corner. And that's exactly what happened. Pass back. Great ball movement. Merc gives it out to the center. Center kicks it out to the point guard. He's left wide open. Nobody did a pickup. Has just run in the fast break. Nobody did the foul. And pretty much GNA now makes it a tie game due to that three-pointer. Great job by Spam. So not even really a brush screen. It's more like a brush screen, but not really anything. Spam drives, and pretty much Trust has to get in front of him. But he ends up playing too wide or too close to where Spam literally drives right by him. Rossetti can't really get the pinch steal, can't really do much about it. But by the time he try to go for the steal, it's already a dunk inside the lane and finish. Trust now got his takeover badge. Rossetti has his takeover badge. 2 people with takeover badges. Not a good sign if you're Liquid ProAm right now, even though you're up by 2. 2 for 1. Rossetti takes the shot. 69% contested. God damn. Hold on 1 second. I just gotta see this. Because I don't know. Maybe he was thinking that the shot was gonna fall at that point. It's 11 seconds, right? After this play. Crosses over. Gets the screen. Clipped. Alright, cool. Zay gets clipped right here. He is pretty much getting forced underneath the screen. This is not nobody's fault. Zay literally gets sucked in underneath the screen right here by Trust. It is now all up to Dietrich to get out and guard Rossetti. And that's exactly what he does. He's put his hands up. Great defense right there from Dietrich. And the pass down. Fake pass. I don't know what happened there. Definitely after that fake pass by Dietrich, he should have went up. Great pass. One great recognition by Peroxide after the board. Sees Dietrich out. Gives the ball to him, right? Rossetti tries his best to get there. Ball goes straight out to him. And instead, after the initial fake pass, right? Instead of catching it, catches it, fake passes, could have went straight up. But instead goes up with 2 people getting the contest. It's pretty much an 89% contested. He gets the rebound, and they had to call a timeout. And Dietrich said, it's on me. Definitely. Like when a player basically knows when he is at fault, and especially during times like this, especially a big game like that, kind of knows what's going on. He feels as though like it's his responsibility to make sure that that doesn't happen again, in which he does. He does a great job recognizing it automatically, and pretty much already tells his teammates, hey, I know it's my fault. Don't even worry about it. Don't even trip. (50-48) Spam. Great defense from 50 being attached. Applying pressure. Good shot. Good pop. Great play design. Great pass right there by Liquid. They up by 2. Simple play out of bounds. Pick and roll. Right. 50 kind of gets attached. Is at the hip right here after the screen. So he's pretty much at Spam's hip, so he can still catch up to Spam, can still get in front of Spam, still can get an animation just in case he goes up. He drives. Center helps out and stays in front. Great pass by Spam, hitting Trust. I mean, not hitting Trust, hitting Dietrich right here. For the shot, it's just Dietrich misses the shot. That's unfortunate. 13 seconds to go. Rossetti's takeover is over, but Trust still down there. Good pass to Merck. Even though it was a jump pass too. Alright, so screen. Little brush screen right here. Which catches Zay completely behind 347. This forces the drop or pickup from Dietrich. He has no choice but to jump. Peroxide, who I'm guessing at this point is following or trying to follow Merck. Johnny covers up for him just a little bit. And now at this point, Peroxide has no choice but to stay here and make a play. Because again, the ball is oncoming towards him. He's in between both the center and the point guard. And initially, he would have to basically help out as it is already. So what's going to end up happening is, or what should have happened, as I said, is that Dietrich either follows up on the hash or hurry back to the corner, or Johnny stays in the corner or gets his hash. Either which, or something has to give. Somebody has to pick up for somebody and buy time, right? This does not end up happening. Johnny runs to the hash. It's a wide open three for Merck off this pick and roll. Peroxide is fully helping out, trying to prevent the basket. It's already 3 people chasing after 2. Pass goes out. Merck is wide open. He hits it. Great quarter from GNA right here, man. Final seconds, great defense from Rossetti. Plays in front. 36% covered. GNA hype. Look, it takes a smart timeout just to get everything adjusted. Smart idea too. It's just like literally got to get adjusted. So let's make sure that we are adjusted. Make sure that we are playing our part, especially going into a big fourth quarter. And they down by 1 after just leading for most of the game too. Ooh, Peroxide was possibly open, but good pass back. He bricks it. And there's going to be a rebound for GNA because I see Trust is jumping out. All right, so I want to see what happens off this pass back mostly. Drive off the pick. Screen. Try to drive around. Try to basically get around Trust, which he did. But now you got to worry about the most obvious thing, which is Merck. And he's a strong side defender. So Spam, instead what he does, because he knows that both the center and the power forward is going to be basically chasing after him, he waits for a second. He pauses for a second, try to see which one's the best option. And to be honest with you, I think Spam, I don't think he hit directional passing. I think he more just hit A at this point, and he passed out to Zay. This should have been a pass straight out to Peroxide, which would have got the ball movement and trying to find people to where they spots is. It goes straight to the corner. Spam runs out very quickly, sprints all the way out after the pass. It's pretty much the 2 players in the paint. At this point, if you're Rossetti, you have to either rush out of rotation, since the lock pretty much rushed out his corner to pretty much guard Peroxide, and somebody got to pick a few, either Merck or Trust. At this point, it's very late. By the time the rotation, again, the rotation is messed up in complete honesty, because at this point, as Spam runs out, Rossetti doesn't really go to Spam. 50 is trying to rotate. Merck trying to get back. Rossetti doesn't really get there at all. And this is a wide open 3. And it's slightly late. Even though it's slightly late, it's still a wide open shot from Spam. He just unfortunately missed it. Good ball movement right there from Liquid ProAm, just in general. Foul just to stop the break, or just to stop everything. Good defense from Zay. Good alley-oop. And this is the play that they usually run off of inbounds, especially left or right. Simple hash cut off the pick and roll. Pick is going to be set right here. This is pretty much a decoy. This catches Spam off guard. Johnny Red is literally in the vicinity, or literally playing alongside the baseline, or playing alongside the hash cut area, right? Playing inside the paint, being a strong side defender. But not only that, just basically being in between both him and his defender. By the time Johnny gets to the spot, Rossetti is already cutting straight inside. Spam doesn't even notice right away. Pass goes straight in. It's a wide open cut and a dunk finish right there for Rossetti. And again, that pick and roll was just whole distraction. Great play off the inbounds, and they've been doing that for the past games. Spam gotta be more aggressive. Still a good lob though by Zay. Spam gotta be more aggressive right here. He's been scoring a lot. They've been giving him that free lane to drive in. You can see right here, pretty much Spam gets the screen and roll with Dietrich. And knowing that somebody has to basically rotate. This time is not Merk. Merk is staying where he's at. He's pretty much staying where he's at with Peroxide. So the person that has to help out off the weak side is going to have to be 347. 347 pretty much thinks about basically helping out right here. Hesitates for a minute, and that hesitation right there, as again, this little hesitation that just happened, this makes Spam can either go up for the mid-range or go up for the dunk at this point, because since nobody's not really chasing him and he has a full head of steam to go down the paint, he could pretty much finish this at any point of time. Instead, he waits. He tried to kick it out to the corner to get a quick dot for the three. What ends up happening is great defense from 347. 50 tried to hurry up and get back to his guy, but also try to go for the steal. But Trust on this hand is literally in the middle and trying to basically play angles. Maybe the pass goes back out to the center or whatnot. He's basically trying to play angles off the steal. He is slow to recover. By the time he recovers, the pass is already there. It's the alley-oop. And Dietrich with the finish. And basically a good job by Dietrich making himself a lob threat. Number 7, good pass to 50. Great contest. Great effort by Merk. So this play is pretty much to personify off of defense for Liquid ProAm. But again, just bad. Rotation and boxing out by Liquid ProAm. And great effort by Merk. Screen set, slipped right here off the center. Johnny has no choice but to pick up on the left side and pretty much makes this a triangle. Now is all up to it's all up to Dietrich and Johnny to seal this off at this point, while Zay is trying to catch up on the point guard. Johnny basically goes for the steal attempt instead of running out, or try to play in between, try to get a steal attempt to steal the pass. Doesn't get it. 50 is now wide open for the shot, or what he thinks he's wide open at this point. Peroxide also goes from the other corner and basically plays deep inside the paint to pretty much help out just for a little bit. 50 shoots the shot. Dietrich contests the shot beautifully. Johnny as well. Ends up being a bad shot, but look at the effort. And look at Peroxide. Peroxide does the right thing. Gets in position, stops the center. But somebody got to come up and block out this guy, which is Merk. Merk runs all the way from the other side of the court, gets the offensive rebound. 52 to 53, and they get another possession. Rossetti creates a jump shot, and he makes it. This, again, confidence just goes down off the offensive rebound every time. It never ceased to fail. Every time you get a second chance opportunity, it never ceased to fail. It never ceased to fail. Rossetti just creates a move right here against Spam. And he gets a step back, takes a moving shot three slightly late, and makes it. Tough shot right there by Rossetti. That was a good recovery play right there by Trust. And it's nothing that Spam could have done right there. Spam just did the right move. He made the right play. Spam made the right play. It's just that it's a great effort. Great play by Trust. Little screen that pretty much catches both everybody. It's like a brush screen. Catches both players, right? So not only, and it's a weird animation too, but it catches both players. Spam goes up for the dunk. He get chased down block right there by Trust. Trust makes a great effort. Gets the chase down. It forces it out of bounds. 3 minutes in the game, GNA made their way back up. I might say, not gonna lie, I might say that Versetti has been the main reason. Merck and Versetti has been the main reason why they back into it. Obviously, 347 hits the big three to either tie it up, but also I think it's to tie it up or to bring them up by one. But to be honest with you, the main reason why this game is won, and it seems like, is because of Versetti, Trust, and Merck, really. As Johnny goes up for the shot, by the way, off this pass from Spam. Gets the ball, pass to Spam. Spam gives it out to Johnny. Johnny gets a little bit of space. Makes the jump pass. Basically brings two to force up a shot. And Versetti doesn't get Spam back in time as he comes back from the inbound. Spam takes the mid-range and hits. Spam again being the main reason why Liquid is in the game. Another hash cut off the pick and roll. Another hash cut. Rejects the screen, and this is something I usually don't see from 347. He literally, from tendencies wise, just watching tape, watching film from both PS5 and the last game, he doesn't reject a lot of screens, man. He like literally stays to it. This time he rejects the screen, and this time when the play is happening, Rossetti cuts straight inside. Spam is playing way too over the top at this point because he's expecting the screen come this way, from what I'm assuming, try to pinch down maybe. But again, another thing that's happening is Johnny is on the strong side, which thus making it to where literally if Rossetti gets a catch, pretty much I don't think Johnny is going to be able to stop him from bumping off his path, and that's exactly what happened. Rossetti makes the catch, gets the finish. Great pass, great finish by Rossetti. Rossetti with 21 points in this game, man. Great move by Peroxide. Gives it back out. Dietrich should have shot. They're making them think. Dietrich gets a bucket right there. That's tough. That's tough on GNA because they play great defense right there. Literally made them think. That whole possession. "20 seconds. Spam creates this by himself. Drives then. Gives it out to Peroxide just to get the ball out. Peroxide drives. He gets a lane, right? Gets a lane. Drives straight in. And pretty much crabs for a potential layup or whatever. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know why he didn't go for it initially. He had it right here. Trust is taking his time trying to think whether he should go there or stay in front of the center at this point. And at this point, I'm just going. Which he does. He goes. Great defense right here for 50. 50 stays on to his guy. Stays attached. And now the help has to arrive, right? Rossetti sees that Dietrich makes the pass, or pretty much gets the ball. He gets in front of him, waits for a second. Now Versetti has to make a decision. Dietrich was thinking about shooting the ball right here. He decides not to. Gives the pass out to Johnny. Johnny has to wait. He jump passes and give it back to Dietrich. And now the rotations again has to happen. So now 50 is right in front. He's right in front of 203 or Dietrich, right? And now Trust or Merck has to run all the way to Spam. Merck tried to play 2, which he does. He tried to go for the steal attempt. Dietrich drives straight in against Trust, having to make a play. Try to make the pass out to, it looks like, Peroxide. Trust tips the ball. And it's great defense by Trust. As I said, great defense. Just unfortunate that the ball landed right back to Dietrich's hand. He go up for the layup and gets the points. Great defense right there, Jose, but that's his 4th. And right now, as I said, they've been throwing the offense through Versetti. And yep, just like that. Even though it was wide open, it was a wide open shot. He missed it. Great pass out. Great 3 by Merck. Merck, Versetti, and Trust been the main reasons of this game. And yes, 347 is also making some passes. He got 10 assists in the game too. I want to give him credit for that, but it's been mostly these 3. Versetti makes a move, gets some space, takes the mid-range, gets a 1% contest, which is pretty much a good shot. Slightly late. Gets Spam at his hip. If Spam would have jumped or at least got a contest off of this could have been a way worse shot for Versetti, but Versetti takes the shot. It's still 1%. It's still a good shot, right? Trust gets the rebound. I don't know how Trust gets the rebound over Peroxide right here, because Peroxide is literally undercutting him and trying to jump up for the board. Trust jumps and grabs it, just snags it down, kicks it out to the corner, which Peroxide just left out of. Merckx hits the 3 with no problem. $56-61. Spam could have possibly taken that shot. Good defense. Great defense right there from GNA. As I'm like looking at it, I'm like studying it. I'm just like, they won this, and they won this more poorly in the second half. GNA won this game in the second half, and this is the reason why they won. They kept it close. First half, it looked like it was Liquid's game, like 100%. It did look like it was Liquid's game, no matter what. Here comes the screen. Spam drives, goes out to the right, and possibly right here could have fished more for a shot. Possibly could have worked his way to the middle, try to see if he can get 50 on his hip or his back. Try to see what you can do right here. Nobody's budging. Spam kicks it out, gives it out to Dietrich. Dietrich is going to try to go for the reset. All right. Spam gets the ball, another screen, which does happen. The defender, which is 50, is going to try to fight at this point or go around. Spam takes the shot. Thankfully, his teammate is there. Versetti is right there, awaiting for the shot to pretty much happen. Helps out just a little bit. Spam possibly could have hit Johnny Red for a possible 3 right here, and thus the ball rotation would have helped. Spam takes a shot, 39% contested, and they get another stop with 2 minutes to go. 347 pulls up for the 3. This was a great shot right here from 347. Great pass from Trust. Gets Spam behind him. Literally gets Spam behind 347 right here. And 347 takes the 3, greens it, and now makes this into an 8-point game just off of that possession alone. And great stop right there from Versetti, getting in front of Spam. Try to work the pick and roll, didn't work out. Now here's the play. Johnny drives. Merk is going to be a talent in the 2K league for sure. Him, Versetti, players that I'm thinking that is going to be definitely 2K talents, 2K E-League talents. I mean, anybody on these rosters definitely will make it or could make it, right? But the for sure picks, definitely going to be Merk, Peroxide. Peroxide already been there, so I'm not going to count him. Peroxide, Zay. But if you want to say from GNA side, definitely is going to be Versetti, possibly Trust. But for sure, it's going to be Merk and Versetti. Merk and Versetti definitely deserves to be in the 2K E-League, man. Johnny drives in after a little screen. It wasn't really a screen, more of a split. Johnny splits the two with a little help of the center, bumping him off. Now Johnny has a free lane. Look what Merk does. He literally takes off from the weak side. Johnny tries to go up. Merk is already in the vicinity. He gets the block, sends it out. 3-4-7 with the pickup. Merk gets it out. Versetti for the midi, hits it. And that was pretty much that was pretty much curtains on the game at that point. With 2 minutes to go, team is down by 8. You made a great defensive stop, made it into a 10-point game. Now things can happen again down by 10, but at this point, against a really good experienced team, I don't think Liquid is making a comeback here. That whole second half. Let me go back because the score was popped up right there. 1 second. I'm gonna go back soon. Sorry, Merk. I know you want that camera time, but hold on. I gotta look at something. Look at this differential in scoring, right? 9 point third quarter, right? And then now a 6-point fourth quarter. Liquid offense, besides from spam, was really nothing but spam and pretty much trick down the lane. Johnny 3 for 6, didn't get much shot. The ball again was going more to the side of spam. Spam trying to create shots for his team. Turnovers 4-2, probably one of the main reasons, but another main reason, as I said, for GNA winning this game, 18 rebounds to 11. The offensive rebound opportunities, and then the turnovers, and then the amount of fouls as well. 11 fouls on Liquid compared to 6 on GNA. GNA won this game off of just pure hustle and playing smart defense. Another steal. And this one was more off of the behind the back move off the screen. The screen is set. Spam drives to the right, taking in the screen. Try to go behind the back to shift pretty much the speed or change the speed and pretty much get inside the lane. But right here, 50 gets the bump steal, and it's a run out, and Versetti down the lane takes the layup, gets the finish, and that's pretty much game. At that point, that's game. After that, momentum is gone. I don't think there's no way Liquid basically makes a comeback out of this. And then you also got 2 players with takeover, 3 players with takeover. Spam takes the 3, he misses it. That's tough. Gets it back, makes a move. Great defense from 50. And right now, they're just pouring on the points. At this point, they're just pouring on the points. This game is over. I don't even need, to be honest with you, I don't even need to do any more of the X's and O's because it's pretty much done. 56-70. GNA completely takes the second half. Mid-range jump shot, D-trick with the rebound, stolen. Yeah, that's game. 3-pointer. Breaks it, but Merk is gonna finish it up. No, he's gonna run back. Gets the timeout. Merk talking to the camera. That is interesting, yo. I'm not gonna lie to you. 47 seconds, down by 14. We're gonna let it run out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Liquid already knows it's over too. This just turned into a blowout because of pretty much Liquid just they gave up. And just waiting for them to quit now at this point. Yeah, Liquid gave up. Yep, they quit the game. That's pretty much it. 50 quit, Johnny quit. Rossetti for extra points. Next game. Congratulations to GNA, man. GNA definitely deserved that W. Final score 56-75. They definitely deserved that, man. They definitely deserve that. What do you call it? For GNA side, as I said, for their side of things, that whole second half, Rossetti basically creating jump shots and creating points for his team. Down to Merc basically doing it in the defensive end and also hitting some timely threes himself. Trust playing great defense and rotating, getting some steals. Not getting some steals, but basically being there on time. And 50, you know, he played solid in terms of defense as well. Had a tough assignment on spam. They kind of limit spam into some turnovers as well. Again, can't really do much besides from the simple fact of the matter of GNA playing really good offense, getting the offense to the ball to Rossetti basically creating. For Liquid, pretty much for spam was the only reason why that even transpired in the first place. He scored, he did most of everything that he tried to do. It was just too much of spam, if anything, if that makes any sense, because before the last game it was all Johnny Red, right? Johnny Red was creating for everybody. Zay played great defense. Pretty much Dietrich does his job as well. There's a lot of good plays that was made to basically win the game, but main reason, again, Dietrich sometimes could not get back in time off of rotations on the defensive end. Trust will get some offensive boards. Merc will get some offensive boards. Kind of killed the momentum and trying to kill them as far as confidence wise to continue to defend. And not only that, as far as just basically playing out things, maybe trying to figure out, well, should I, you know, have it to where 50 to where Zay has to play pretty much Rossetti, if anything. And I think that was the main thing. Pretty much 50, not 50. Zay had to play against 347. They had spam on Rossetti, and Rossetti just, you know, pretty much trying to earn as much shots as possible in that game. Just great defense, turning into offense. Rossetti had a great night. He gets the W, and that is it. All right, guys, this is going to be the ADBA breakdown. So I had to split this into like 3 parts. It was really, and when I say this, man, it was really like tiring to basically produce this, because I had to produce this in over about a day or two. Pretty much fun to basically watch this game in its entirety. Can't wait for game 3. Can't wait to put this out on Twitter, man. Make sure you like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Make sure that you also check out the Twitter for ADBA. Make sure you check out my Twitter on Vaughn the Journalist. And we're going to be done here. Thank you guys for tuning into the ADBA breakdown. I'm Vaughn. Peace out, everybody.